Gobisaurus. Gobisaurus is an extinct genus of herbivorous basal ankylosaurid ankylosaur from the Upper Cretaceous, and possibly also the Lower Cretaceous, of China, Nei Mongol Zizhiqu. The genus is monotypic, containing only the species Gobisaurus domoculus. Discovery and naming. The Sino-Soviet expeditions, 1959–1960, discovered an ankylosaurian skeleton in the Gobi Desert of Inner Mongolia near Muartu, in the region of the Alasan Desert. The find was largely neglected until fossils were selected for a traveling exhibition touring the globe between 1990 and 1997, in the context of the China-Canada Dinosaur Project. The postcranial skeleton could not be located, but the skull was displayed, informally labeled Gobisaurus, at the time in Omen Nudum. In 2001, Matthew K. Vicarius, Anthony P. Russell, Philip John Curry and Zhao Zijin named and described the type species Gobisaurus domoculus. The generic name means Gobi, desert, lizard, referring to its provenance. The specific name means hidden from view in Latin, referring to its being overlooked for 3 decades. The holotype, IVPPV12563, was found in a layer of the Ulan-Suhai Formation. In 2001, an Aptian age was presumed, but later studies indicate it dated from the Younger Turonian. It consists of a skull and the as yet undescribed postcranial remains. In 2014, Victoria Megan Arbour concluded that Thungyuansaurus, the type specimen of which, HGM41Hi0002, includes extensive postcranial remains, was a possible junior synonym of Gobisaurus. Description. Gobisaurus is a large ankylosaurian. In 2010, Gregory S. Paul estimated its body length at 6 meters, its weight at 3.5 tons. The skull measured 46 centimeters, 18 in length and 45 centimeters, 18 across. Gobisaurus domoculus shares many cranial similarities with Chamosaurus scutatus, including a rounded squamosal, short squamosal horns, low supraorbital bosses, large elliptical orbital fenestrae and external nares, oval eye sockets and nostrils, the cross-section of the eye sockets being about 1/5 of skull length, a deltoid dorsal profile with a narrow rostrum, a narrow, kite-shaped, snout in top view, quadratigical protuberances, cheek horns, and caudalaterally directed paroccipital processes, extensions of the rear skull pointing to behind and sideways. But the two taxa may be distinguished by differences in the length of the maxillary tooth row, 26.6% instead of 40% of total skull length with Gobisaurus, an unfused pseudo-pterygoid process in Gobisaurus, the front of the pterygoid being in E-vertical position, the presence on an elongate vomerine premaxillary process in Gobisaurus, and the presence of cranial sculpting in Chamosaurus, but not in Gobisaurus. This latter difference was denied by Arbour, who concluded that the degree of sculpting was roughly the same. The external nostrils had about 23% of skull length. Phylogeny. Gobisaurus was placed in the Ankylosauridae in 2001. Vicarius et al., 2004 found that a clade formed by Chamosaurus and Gobisaurus is nested deep within the ankylosaurid lineage as the first successive outgroup to the subfamily, Ankylosauridae. Other analyses find a more basal position as the sister species of Chamosaurus. Concluding that Thungyuansaurus was a probable junior synonym of Gobisaurus, Arbour considered it unnecessary to use the term Chamosauridae for the clade, including just Chamosaurus and Gobisaurus.